Yes, definitely. When I saw this, man, I'm glad I brought it to the podcast because I was just like, man, it's been sitting on my mind. I could talk about rockers so much. You know, like I just love it that much. And it's for first anyone out here, fans of reggae, listeners that we know and who's never taken a chance on rockers, this is going to hit different, I thought. And if it's not for the acting, which is kind of okay, but just the vibe, you know, that was pretty strong, dude. You can feel the vibe, especially when they talk to each other. That, what do you call that? That pigeon, that island talk, dude, is just, it's pretty dope, dude. I think so many people are even like adapting to that in San Diego, dude. Everyone's just becoming super Rasta and have culture, you know, right now. Like, it's good. It's good that California is strong in that aspect. And also Jamaica and many other places that we can name just have their vibe. And this is the movie, if you're into reggae, this is the one, dude. But I am so interested to see the one that Wes was talking about. What was that one called again? I'm so interested to see that one too now.
Rude Boy.
Rude Boy.
Yeah, that one's a good one, dude.
What period piece is that? Like, not to take away from this one.
It's like more like 70s and 80s, right, Wesley?
I think it goes through even 60s? Like to the 60s, to like the actual. It doesn't. It goes through basically the rise and fall of Trojan Records. So from the 60s and up until they stopped being a record label for a while. So it's everything in one, like the entire like a full 360 of Trojan Records. So multiple timelines.
Ah, nice. Yeah, dude, it would be dope to see because there's this genre. I mean, we of course obviously ska I think was first, so it goes way back, dude. A long time, and then it slowly got slower. The like how you operate in this music dubby, pretty much. But I like reggae, man. It's slower. Ska is also really good. It has that upbeat. It gets your heart going. That's what I think that does really well in ska. Reggae. I don't know, man. I can listen to all dancehall, dub, fucking all that good stuff, dude. Lovers reggae. I did if I like, and it's a genre that I think I've already said, but it's just helped me throughout my entire life. There was like a year or 2 or 4 that I was just bumping that shit straight, dude. Like, I was basically a little rude boy myself, dude. Like, I just couldn't get away from that.
But it's dope though, dude. Like, I mean, that culture in general changed my life, dude, for the better. Like, that's where I learned how to be, like, you know, a better fucking human being, to be honest with you. Like, even though I love punk music, I love punk, and punk will always be a part of my life. Like, I love the mellowness, the being able to be relaxed and not be with a chip on my shoulder all the time, you know? So, for me, even struggling to develop into the human being that I am now, it's just still amazing that I could still go back to even listening to Trojan Records, and just, you know, being able to be cool, you know, and just chill and relax, and think that other people out there are lighthearted, minded, or like-minded like myself. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I love this shit, and it's awesome that you brought this movie to my attention.
Yeah. But what do you feel, Wes, that this was so good, like, about them switching it from documentary? And what do you feel like, why was the switch? Because just how, we already talked about this, how natural they are with themselves, that it was just like, screw it, we're making a movie. Like what made them, like, I don't know if it's a fact or a swan fact or something, but why would they?
I think he just the director just changed his mind and wanted to kind of make the whole experience more immersive and straightforward, not so much the way that documentary is kind of just like, well, this is why this is happening, and this is very much more structured. This is almost anti-structure, where it's just like you don't know where you're going unless you've seen it before, you know what I mean? And with the very organic kind of music put in, where they, one character just kind of falls into the studio, and then you're just kind of you witness this crazy performance, and it was almost like they just ran in there and they got that footage, but it was not intended, you know what I mean? So it is, in a way, still a documentary, but it's kind of obscured the structure a bit, where I think it just works, and it was just like this 1 in a million shot, kind of project that's never going to be replicated again in this fashion, you know what I mean? Especially with the heightened kind of violent time that Jamaica was going through down there, and us walking through with several of these different characters and pioneers in the culture, kind of being in this obviously they were in a kind of a slum area of Kingston, like the ghetto, you know what I mean? And you feel it vibrating off your screen. So it's pretty intense. But I think to go back to your question, I think that they did the right thing with kind of scrapping the traditional documentary idea that Ted had going down there,
Yeah. Good answer, man. So if I could retouch on the story for Diego, since he didn't seem to follow it as much. So it started off basically with Leroy's bike getting stolen, but did you notice, like, the cops rolled in, then the bike was stolen? Like, I don't know if they meant to, like, it made it seem like they were the pushers on getting that, like, just some shit stolen. You know what I mean? Like, bot cops. I don't know if anyone got that vibe. Like, because obviously, the drummer, Leroy, was kind of talking to the daughter of the guy he was working for, and he ended up being a big bad man himself. So it was like, and he looked down upon Leroy for being, he's a Rasta drummer, I don't want him around my daughter and stuff. And I don't know if that's coming to you guys, that Leroy was kind of trying to get with another girl while he has basically wife and kids, but I don't know if that hit in anyone's head. But
yeah, I thought it was interesting that they threw that in there, where he's just like, but at the same time you have this feeling that Horsemouth, his character isn't really too concerned with the well-being of his family, where he's just like, he comes home, he gets all the money that they've had kind of saved up to buy his motorbike. Even later on in the film, when his wife is like, yo, like, you're out there, you're putting yourself in danger, what if you get killed? Like, what about the youth, talking about his children. And he's like, yo, like, they'll be all right. Like, they don't need me around. You know what I mean? So he's very laxed about his family through this whole thing. And then you come to find out that he's kind of like hitting on other women as well. So I think he's just kind of like a free, like, to the highest point, like a free spirit, where he just kind of really rolls with the punches.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Mr. Bob, dude, that guy hella got around, dude. So I think Reggae Stars just, with sometime when we get with the ladies, dude, it's a good little peaceful moment. So I don't know, he just maybe wanted to, like, take advantage of that, and that's what we do, man. We're animals sometimes, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to know if you guys noticed that. But yeah, if you watch it again, Diego, it does have some deeper messages.
Yeah,
throughout
for sure. I'm gonna rewatch it again, dude.
But yeah, dude, I love this movie. I could watch it, and it has some. I mean, just them talking and being normal by themselves. It has some comedy to it, dude. Like, I don't know, it's just funny. Islanders are very happy people, so when they talk, they're just so relaxed and chilling, and they just seem like they're having a good time.
Yeah, it's like this lighthearted way of talking shit back to each other, back and forth. It's funny. And
it's some good banter.
I can also see to kind of touch on what you said earlier, Tiny. I was fascinated also by the kind of slang that they throw around, because even with the subtitles, it's like it brought me back to like a Clockwork Orange, or even watching like anime, or any other culture where you're forced to kind of rely on the subtitles. It's definitely, you have to be in the mindset to adapt to what you're watching. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty unique experience in that way.
Yeah, because without of course, the music had to be reggae, so it already had that, that vibe. Like, yo, there's gonna be some rude boys in here, and they're gonna not talk so like much English. And I think if Americans are slowly adapting to subtitles thanks to anime, more sure. But there's other languages other than Japan and shit that do subtitles, and people that speak, like, I guess Jamaica has a slight English to it, and they still need subtitles. So, or like the English people in the UK, they need subtitles as well, even though they're somewhat speaking the same language as us. So I always find that interesting, and it's amazing, like little clicks and stuff that they say are just, that's what it's equaling up to what we're saying too, because like they could do that shit, dude. It's just amazing. Like, and they also speak their native tongue, which is also brilliant. So they always have an edge sometimes. Especially when we're us being Mexican, Diego and I, we got a little Spanish lingo, so it's always good to know extra lingos, man. I think get used to that. The world. Yeah,
but one of my close friends was like, every region, every part of the world has its own language, their own dialogue. And it's true, dude. Like, honestly, like, our Spanish is way different than the Spanish from Nicaragua or El Salvador, or even like Argentina. Like, my Spanish is from I'm gonna go as far as saying, like, even the Spanish TJ, like, people that speak Spanish from TJ speak different slangs than I do. Like, because my family's from the south of Mexico, so like we have different sayings, different stuff, but it's also cool to learn, because then you learn new slang and you're like, say it, and then you feel kind of cool, you feel like like that kid that's like in on stuff.
Where'd you learn that from? Oh, I was down in Mexico for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. It's always good to learn someone else's slang. It feels good. Because especially for me, sometimes I talk different, so like in a way, and I want people to get me, so I feel like I have to try to understand others just as much, if not more, So it's like it's kind of like getting with the program, sort of.
Yeah.
Try to help and understand people, especially like if people are coming from out of town or if you're visiting, you know what I mean? Hopefully we could do some more of that. because of COVID, but I definitely want to travel more when all this shit's done, dude.